I was kind of waiting until people started showing up to get started on this game because this is literally the first time I've ever live streamed the Ace Attorney games, and I've decided that since Monday night is my reading physical books night, I'm currently reading through War and Peace on Monday nights, 8 o'clock, and I thought Tuesday nights would be my visual novel read through night. So on Tuesday nights, I'll start reading through visual novel. Playing through. By the way, this is Woodward89. Ah, you changed your name. I was wondering. Rowan Daly, light it up. Thank you, Rowan. Thank you. McLadle, Fawaz, you're here too. Thank you. Let's ace this attorney. Yes. I'm ready. I'm actually a gamer. If you couldn't tell, because my shirt kind of gives it away. But I am just gonna wind this number down, and I'm gonna switch it up. It's been a while since I've used my stream deck though, and so I had to set up a live stream that wasn't just a camera in my face for the book reading streams. So it's like, what button does what? I'm trying to remember how to navigate. I'm trying to remember how to navigate my desktop here. Fawaz, how are you doing? Are you a gamer? I don't know. We'll find out. If I do good at this game, then maybe I'll be a gamer. Fade out. Can y'all hear the game? Is that too loud? You had to let me know. Woodward, you changed your name. You took me by surprise. Were you live streaming? I didn't know you live streamed. It said you rated me. Gibbs in that last stream train now. Jose Puma, welcome. You just started streaming? Awesome. Hey, Kevin. Phoenix's hand is so big. I know, because he's doing one of these. Does it look like what he's doing? Also, Just Bot Thing might mention War and Peace sometime because I programmed him to mention War and Peace randomly before I decided I was also going to do visual novels. So ignore him. He likes to go on about his own stuff sometimes. Let's get this game started. I've never played the HD versions of the Ace Attorney series. I've actually only played it on the DS. I've only played the DS versions and on my phone. I did play it on my phone when they released it for the phone. Right. Ooh, that old sound effect. Look, it's got all three of the first trilogy of games. I first played this game back in 2008. It was in a bargain bin at GameStop, brand new. Fake fan. Catella! Hello, Catella. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Long time no see. You play a video game on your phone? I'm leaving. Oh my gosh, that was like the best thing you probably could have said. You play a video game on your phone? Fake gamer. You call yourself a gamer. Mobile gamer. You got any games on your phone? It has been too long, Catella. How you been? Have you been? Has it been icy where you at? Cold and icy? I feel like I talked to you late last year or something, and you told me it was like snowing or icing, and you were driving or something, and I was like, "Be careful! You can never catch a stream because I never stream." I started streaming on Monday nights, as I'm doing a live book reading. It's been warming up. Okay, good for you. I'm glad. I hope it doesn't warm up here in California yet. I really don't want it to be 100 degrees yet. But you know, mild temperature for the next 6 months, that would be nice. Like 70s, low 80s maybe. Okay, I'm going to play this game, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Can't you just see like Phoenix Wright's like Phoenix Wright, Attorneys at Law advertisement on the radio or something? Let's play the first Turnabout. Gasp, gasp. Oh my gosh, this brings back so many memories. I played through this game at least 4 times. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I didn't like this case because they reveal the killer right off the bat. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. I really hope that they let me speed up the way the text scrolls onto the screen, or else I'll be reading like this as it punches up on the screen. So hoping to get to the deets on Anna Mikhailovna. I am playing this on my Switch. I'm playing this on my Switch. Defendant lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Let's look at options real quick. What does full auto skip mean? Single box skip? I don't want to... Single box skip. Oh, full auto skip? Okay. Text box low. Low. Off. I don't get it. Low, high, off. Is it just like the transparency? Oh, adjust text box transparency. It says it right there. Right there in front of me. Okay, is this it? Screen shake on. Of course we want the screen shake. That's classic. Yeah, this is on Switch. They released it on Switch a few years ago, or a couple of years ago, and it was finally on. It was on my wish list, and then it was finally on sale like last year, and I bought it. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Yeah. Oh, hiya, Chief. Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. There's a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. Oh my gosh, Gracia, man! 3 whole years! I can't believe it, 36 months! Thank you so much for that resub. Welcome to the live stream. It's what, 11:15 where you're at? So late. Or early. I can't believe it's been 3 years. Thank you. Yes, I'm just letting my hair grow out. I'm not cutting it. I don't know when I'm gonna cut it. But how are you doing tonight? How's the Bravely Default? By the way, I can't wait until later tonight when I go back to Bravely Default 2 and try some of the tips that you gave me, especially the Red Mage one with the double staff holding whatever. I can kill the hardest super boss in the game in 1 turn now. So I think I have achieved Bravely success. Yes, that's what I want. I want to get there. Oh my gosh. Like I've been like trailing behind you. Here's what it's been like. You started here and I started here. We both started the game technically on the same day. And here's you and here's me. And you're going like, I'm like going, what? Trying to catch up. Not even trying. I stopped trying to catch up to you. I knew I wasn't going to catch up to you. I know I wasn't gonna catch it, but it's been really fun to watch you just like zoom through that game and figure out all these like cool tricks and everything. I'm slowly like learning which abilities I should assign to my characters if I want to like make them strong. I've been doing the berserker stuff. That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. I got distracted a little bit on the first weekend that was out with 14, Final Fantasy 14, and then at the end of that weekend I was like, I'm taking a break from this. I can't do 14 and Bravely Default. Plus, I died a lot in 14 on this one boss, and I was just pissed off at it. Like I need to step back from 14 and take a break. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! Oh, Flowers, I didn't know that you... Oh, why didn't I ask you? Because this is one of those instance bosses in Final Fantasy XIV. Kevin did it in one try, of course. And as a summoner, you know, as a black mage, when you have to use a spell, you have to stand still. But the AoE attacks of this boss were just like all over the place. You had to constantly be moving around to avoid them, and you can't conjure a spell and be moving around as a summoner, and that's my main class. And so I was just like, what am I doing? I tried it like 4 or 5 times, and it was just getting so angry. I was just like, I need a break. I need a break from 14. I was pissed off. I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who? Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman fell in a pool of Prego. I'll craft you tons of pots. To be honest, instances are cursed for casters. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of learning for. Is every time I do an instance event in Final Fantasy XIV as a caster, I had to do it multiple times. And I think that's what I was getting fed up with. I was getting fed up of literally watching Kevin as a ninja or a monk run through the instance. And, you know, it might be tough for him, but he gets through it in one try. But for me, it was always just like, I hate these so much. As a summoner, I'm going to be doing this like 4 or 5 times. And I was just like, I need a break. That is literally Kevin right there. The perfect use of the dab emoji. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Okay. I think it was the 4.3 boss, the one with the crashing meteor. That's, yeah, the crashing meteor boss. I have a question. Can y'all hear any feedback from my television? Like any of the feedback of the sound effects or anything, or the music? Let me know and I can just mute it. No, I guess only my voice is coming through on the mic. It was a confusing mechanic, to be honest. I don't know how I beat it, but actually waited too long on the cutscene. Now I have to redo it. Oh, yeah, you do have to redo it. Sounds good. Thanks, Kev. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case. Clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I'm gonna try to do all the voices. I remember when I was trying to play Danganronpa on stream a few years ago. 36 months ago, probably. And I tried to do different voices for all the characters in Danganronpa, and that was so hard. The, defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright? This is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Gulp. Hands shaking. Eyesight fading.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely.
Please state the name of
the defendant in this case.
Mia Fey. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct.
The war instance actually was a little bit earlier in the Stormblood game proper, and that one was challenging for me too. I had to do that one 3 or 4 times. I had to do that one a lot.
Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Whew. I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Oh, wait. Uh-oh. No. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here! Okay, here's the funny part. This is just the tutorial for the game, essentially. But in trying to script the tutorial naturally, they made Phoenix Wright a complete screw-up. He's a lawyer who doesn't even know the name of the victim of the case. Fortunately, I can look in my case record, and her name was Cindy. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I, just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Yeah, I remember that time in the courtroom where they were telling the defendant to click the R button. And they're like, Robert, welcome, welcome. Long time no see. Mail me pots? Flowers, what do pots do in Final Fantasy XIV? Greetings, greetings. How are you been? I've been lurking in your streams.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Cinderblock. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death?
She died because she was hit with a blunt object. I'm doing well, doing well. She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne.
Oh, health potions. I wanted the victim's name to be Cinderblock. I know. Well, there's plenty of other pun names in Ace Attorney games, and at least in the localization for Ace Attorney. Wait, I'm trying to remember what Payne's first name is. It's like Winston Payne. So he like winced in pain. Winston Payne. So dumb. Let's see. Court records, profiles. Winston Payne. You know what? I didn't realize that his name was a pun until years later, where I read his name was intended to be a pun, and I was like, Winston Payne? Winston Payne. Doing well in the job market currently, trying to find work. Good for you. Keep it up. Keep it up, Rubber. I was just there a couple of years ago myself. I just had to be heads down, applying to everything. Oh, so I didn't know pots were called health potion. And then here's Cindy Stone, the victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Larry Butts, the defendant in this case, a likable guy who has been my friend since grade school. Mia Fey, 27, chief attorney at Fey & Company, my boss, and a very good defense attorney. Yes, Your Honor?
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R button to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention.
You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Yeah, something will turn up for sure. I feel it. Are you going to be looking around in the San Diego area, Rubber?
Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony!
Didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Oh, that's interesting. And I wonder if they had to localize that clip art for passport. Hey guys, for some weird reason it thinks I'm standing up because it just let me achieve my standing hours goal for the day. San Diego area still. I really love San Diego area. I remember I really wanted to move there a few years ago. It just... LA gets a bit congested. LA gets a bit congested sometimes. I just... Anywhere outside of LA proper.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way.
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
I don't remember them using the expression sugar daddy in the original DS game. Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude.
We can clearly see what kind of woman this was, Miss Stone was.
Daddies? Sugar? Wait, has anyone in chat played a Ace Attorney game before? I should have asked that. Fathers of Sugar, crazy.
Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions.
Should I wait and see what happens or stop him from answering? Stop him from answering. You did, Fawaz! Nice! I owned the first Ace Attorney on DS, and I think I got the Edgeworth one too, but never played it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I played the Edgeworth one too, and I lent it to my sister years ago, so she's been hanging on to it, but that game is really good as well. I'm gonna stop him from answering it and see what happens.
My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Mint. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant?
That cheating she-dog, is like she-dog like the tame version of what I think they're implying? Your first was Ace Attorney versus Professor Layton. Oh my gosh, Fawaz! I was just thinking about that game the other day. I loved that game. That was like the perfect crossover. Man, that was such a good game. I hope they release a Switch version of that game. I went to 3 different GameStops on release day of that game to find one because they didn't get many copies of it in or something. But I really wanted to get that game. Oh, you played the Professor Layton crossover too, Katella? Because I love Ace Attorney and I love Professor Layton, and it was just like a match made in heaven. You only played the very first Layton. Man, that game was amazing. Yeah, Layton is so good. I love that game series. I wish they had made a sequel too, Fawaz. You said it! You said it, Gracia, man! And it translated! Because guess what? I got rid of all the bad words blockers. You can now say whatever word you want. I just encourage you to be careful. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, didn't you? Or did you not? Gulp. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't.
Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly, or stop him from answering? Last time I kept him from talking, and this time I'll see what happens if he answers honestly. I tried to collect most of the games. That's so cool, Katella. Guess what? I tried to purchase the last one they released for 3DS because I missed out when it first came out, and it's so expensive now. Such a bummer. But a few years back, I asked my mom. She asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I was like, Professor Layton games, and so she got me a bunch of Professor Layton games. It was such a cool Christmas morning. I'm gonna have him answer honestly. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. He's like sending baseball signals.
Yeah, I was there. I went.
That was the daughter one, or which one was it? Oh, I guess you're right. They did release one with his daughter. I'm thinking of like Professor Layton proper, like the ones with Professor Layton and Luke and what was the girl's name? The last 3 games had a girl sidekick too. I forget what her name was. The Azran Legacy or something? Never played a Professor Layton game, Kev? You would like those games actually. They're all like big brain puzzle games. Yeah, I'm sure Kev will figure something out too.
Well, Mr. Butts?
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her.
Oh, did you hear Winston Payne's voice?
Objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
If only... Actually, not if only. Can you imagine if the court system was like the court system in Ace Attorney? Ooh.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
We didn't even have a chance to cross-examine on the witness.
Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
See, Frank saw it. Like, this is another pun, and I didn't even get this pun when I was a kid. I must have been stupid. Azran Legacy, that's one I started, but I need to sit down one weekend and play it. Nice, okay. A good thing you've got a copy, because you can't find a copy physically anymore. I'm sure if I was desperate to play that game, instead of just own a copy of it, I could go to the 3DS eShop while that's still a thing.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscription, is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes.
Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Yes, exactly, Kev. Its name is Saw It. Like, Saw It. Exactly. And it's like, really? I never realized that that was a pun. I never read these aloud, though. When I was playing it, of course, I was always reading it in my head, so maybe it just didn't come across, my brain didn't get that it was a pun because I didn't verbally hear it. Whatever. This watch is bothering me, and just take it off.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination? Your Honor? All right, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the R button, then point out the contradictions in the testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Hold it! Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know. He just seems strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad, and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course. What the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So, what happened next? I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Half open, you say? Yes. The door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd, in a big city like this, I thought. I see, and what happened next? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. Truer words were never been spoken. Have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. Why did Payne cut him off so quickly? So, you looked into the apartment. What happened then? Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you? Oh, that. I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Why use a public phone? Well, you can see I don't have a cell phone. And being the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. Ah, right. What time did you call again? I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. What is my evidence? Oh, the evidence is this. Her time of death was 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Right? Would that be the weird thing? And electricity wasn't even out until 6 p.m. Oh no, from noon to 6 p.m. Yeah, using the old noggin here. Wait, how do I present evidence? Present. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There is no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. Oh,
Oh my gosh. What's his name? That's interesting. It doesn't even list it, Kev. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. After extremely long pause. Sorry, I was trying to fix it to where the game showed up. If he's sweating, he's guilty. I know. That's what it usually seems like. Man, for some reason it didn't accept the Ace Attorney game as the category. I had to update it. Sorry about that pause.
Mr. Solid, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now!
Would you care to give your testimony again?
You see, when I found the body, I heard I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
Oh,
But it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I hate Gathering. How did you like it, Dan? I didn't realize I wasn't fond of it. I only did Goldsmith. I've only been doing Goldsmith. I've been enjoying the Beast Tribe quests. Those are fun. Those are cute. Like the Namazu and well, I'm just starting the Namazu quests, but the Moogle Beast Tribe quests have been cute. They've been fun to do.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I've got this one.
I love the character animations. Can we... Oh, you know what? I bet that was what the opaque... Yeah, let's make it high transparency. Because I want to be able to see all of his animation. He thought he was smooth.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time.
Oh wait, ooh, not what I want.
You said heard, not saw? Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch. Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something. But if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all. The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything.
I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony.
Even the judge is kind of stupid in this game. He's kind of a sweet buffoon.
There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
Okay, we all know why it was not coming from the television.
Are you sure it was a television and not a radio?
Oh, come on, Phoenix.
Well, no. I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witness has testified. He heard the time.
He was like that in Leighton vs. Wright. I know. He's always kind of a lovable buffoon type.
Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it?
Do we even need to cross-examine the rest of his stuff? I already know what's going on here.
How do you explain the gap?
Well, witness, can you explain this?
I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. Video? Yes, that would explain why the time was wrong.
True. Right. Mia's like, are you that stupid, Phoenix?
I think the problem lies someplace else.
We're agreed that you heard the time at the scene then.
That's why I thought it was 1 p.m.
Okay, I gotta go back. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. I'm going to present the blackout record as evidence.
Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Ah! Well, Irk?
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sowett?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Ah, wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sowett? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sowett. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it.
That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake.
Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock.
A table clock?
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there?
A table clock? Was there a table clock at the scene?
This is the first I've heard of it.
This is the first I heard of it. It's, the literal murder weapon.
Yes, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
The murder weapon?
Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here.
Let's see what's fishy. Can we present some evidence? A statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death 7:31, 4 to 5 p.m. Cause of death loss of blood due to blunt trauma. A statue in the shape of the thinker. Should I try to present this?
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sowett. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
What about the ashtray? There's always an ashtray.
I see. So, the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Yes, I do.
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment.
Did I say knew the victim? We don't know that.
Went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Ooh. I love when the people talk in this game. You know something's happening when everyone's like mumbling up in the audience or whatever, like, oh no, that noise. In an Ace Attorney game, that means like something's going down. Yeah, mumble. Oh my goodness. Oh, Kevin, that's what you need to do. You need to recreate the courtroom. Oh, I know. You can't always be doing Blender stuff.
Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you.
Objections!
Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What is the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard no, I mean, I saw no.
Shut up, I hate you!
Whoa, okay.
It was him! I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death!
I'm gonna take a little sip.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor,
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
the whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. I think Phoenix Wright needs one of these right now. Oh, never mind. I need to be able to read like what was said. I didn't hear what was just said. I wish there was a. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply ask the neighbors. Try sounding the clock. Examine the clock's batteries. Huh? Wait, what am I trying to figure out? I wasn't paying close enough attention. Does anyone remember? Sounding the clock. Wait, what was the question though? Or what are they trying to figure out? The voice from the clock. Okay, the voice from the clock.
Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully.
I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
I love that the clock starts with I think that it's 8:25. Like he prefaces the time by saying I think. I think that because he's the thinker. Get it? They want to make sure the guy did it. Gotcha. If you're tuning in for the first time and need a guide, please check out the following War and Peace character guide. Totally appropriate for Ace Attorney. Oh, because it's a thinker. Yes. He's like, the thinker. You know that statue? The Rodan? Not the monster. Not the Godzilla monster. Wait, what is the name of the artist who did that? The thinker. Not Rodan. McLeod, do you know this? Does anyone know, what is the name of the artist who did the thinker? Whatever. I'll just call him Rodan. You know, Rodan's the thinker. Well, he is the thinker after all. Rodin, Michelangelo? Rodin. I think it's Rodin? I may study art, but I don't know. I'm a fake artist of me. I think. Yes, by Auguste Rodin. You're thinking of David, yeah. There's the statue of David. Well, but this is the thinker. It's Rodin, yeah. You're not letting me down, Crescent Roll. You're not letting me down, don't worry. Rodan is the monster that Godzilla fought in Godzilla King of the Monsters and all those other Godzilla movies. And starred in his own movie, by the way, which I watched. Anguirus Rodan. Yes, that's right.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25.
Oh my gosh, look at Winston Payne is like sweating so much. I feel like Winston Payne could definitely use a Mentos. He needs a Mentos to escape this. He's so nervous.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Oh, actually, I think there's some really funny Winston Payne moments later on in the series. They always start every first case in the Ace Attorney games. You are up against someone, either Winston Payne or his cousin, or someone that's like related to Winston Payne.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawat heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawat, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawat.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime!
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Little spiked shell dude. Oh, that dude from the old Godzilla movies. We used to have all these figures of the old Godzilla monsters. Whoa, he was in the, I guess. Every once in a while I go on this I go in this like kind of, what do you call it, black hole or sinkhole or whatever, where I get like really interested in Godzilla fandom and the history of Godzilla movies, and I watch a bunch of Godzilla movies, and I just like obsess over the production behind the monsters, the stories behind each of the productions in each of the films. I like get really obsessed with Godzilla and like surrounding media. You only watched 2 Godzilla movies. I watched the 90s one and the new one. Yeah, I mean, even those are interesting. Those have interesting like production histories themselves. And I actually like the new Godzilla movies. My favorite one is probably Shin Godzilla though. I loved that movie so much. Shin Godzilla is just, wow. That was like the Godzilla movie I didn't know I wanted. I was like going to go see it. Like, I'll go see an original Toho Godzilla movie, a new original Toho produced Godzilla movie, and I saw it. And then as I was watching it in the theater, I was like, "This is the Godzilla movie I wanted to see." I've never watched Godzilla, but we discussed the older one in my animation class and techniques they had at the time. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Oh, Mia's stepping up. Mia! I mean, Chief! Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? We know the reason, right? Right? I mean, right, y'all? I know the reason. And not just because I've played the game before, because I'm a grown-up now and I can think these things through. Yeah, exactly, Fawaz. Time zones. Exactly. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Oh, Joe, thank you so much for the 25 bits. Get yourself a Mia, Phoenix. You don't need yourself a Mr. Solid. Hi, how's it going? How have you been? How you been holding up? Rubber just distracted me with more Godzilla stuff. I love this game too. Working your ass off. Nice. Okay, that's good to be busy. Good to be busy.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Take that!
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? I gotta take a picture of that. That's just like perfect. He just slammed into that guy. And then he dabbed at the end. Ugh! He's foaming at the mouth and passed out.
Order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness,
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Gotta save this. Yay! And the confetti. I remember one time I found a comic that explained why there's always confetti falling when a defendant is declared not guilty after a case, and it was Agent or Gumshoe like cutting up the paper before each of the trials. It's like showing him like cutting up confetti to throw out. It was so funny. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Paul was, maybe I shouldn't have dropped out of law school. I know, right? Stay in school, kids. You can become like Phoenix Wright too, where the judicial system is always this easy and fast. Where is it? I think this is it. I'm gonna send you all a link so you can see it. It's so funny. Crime and punishment? I don't know, Fawaz. There's plenty of crimes against literature. There's plenty of crimes against... Okay, Joe, no worries. Look, he's like so poor, remember? Gumshoe's always having his pay doxed by Edgeworth. And in this, he's like working by candlelight. Every now and time before a trial starts, pal, I do the one thing I can to help out. This. He's like throwing out the confetti. Yay! He's just eating like, you know, instant ramen because he's so poor. We're cutting it up by candlelight. It's a cute comic. Cute. Yay, the court's adjourned. It turns out that Frank Sawat was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawat let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawat grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. "2:32 p.m. If it was up to me, I would send a lot of writers to writer's jail for bad writing." I would hate for you to read anything I wrote, Falwas. No! I don't want to go to writer's jail. You're the writing police. Whew, I still can't believe we won! Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat! Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey! Here, take this. It's a present.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna get a screenshot of this moment. Oh, yikes! Please don't send me to write letters to writer's jail. My essays are very bad. I'll send you my cringy writing so you feel good about yours. Here's the problem with that. English is my first language, and I'm probably still a worse writer than you. And English is like, what, your third, fourth language that you know, Fawaz?
A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick.
Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry?
Larry.
Are you so sure? Squeeze me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Right. What the heck is she talking about?
It would be the statue. Right? You're literally garbage and all. You can speak English really well. You can read and write English really well. I'll send something to you, Fawaz, one day. How about that? I'll send some writing to you. I'm gonna try the thinker statue. Is this the evidence that proved that Cindy thought highly of Larry still? Is it because she kept his statue?
Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen. Learn. Grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah. Part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Is Mia flirting with us? Is it just me, or is Mia really like flirting with us? I mean, that's cool. I'm definitely down. Flirt back. She's your boss, but you know, whatever. Is Mia the mother of the girl in Leighton vs. Phoenix? You will have to find out, Fawaz. Just you wait and see. The next chapter is where the story really picks up. This was just the preliminary chapter. The rest of the series is all about
Mia's past, essentially. When you get down to the root of it, each individual episode is kind of its own little case, but also there's an overarching plot through all three games that revolves around Mia and Maya's Raid Incorporated. Raid, are you part of a tech bug? Are you part of a raid? Well, welcome to the stream. Okay. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Nobody drinks. Not incorporated. Raid in Inc. Raid Incorporated. Raid Incorporated. I gotta head out for the night. Have a good night. Tell it, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you some more sometime. A raid is incoming, TechBug. Okay. Catella, you have a good night. Get some good rest. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. No! The end. I beat the game, guys. It's over. Oh my gosh, Port Bluff, thank you so much for the raid. Round Frog, hello. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to my live stream, my playthrough of Ace Attorney. I just started it tonight. Just finished episode 1. Noodlehorn, Port Bluff, welcome. What were y'all playing? Just got done with D&D session. Oh, interesting. Like live stream? D&D live stream session? Yeah, let's save our progress. Oh, that's so cool. Noodle Arms, thank you so much for the follow. Wait. You were playing with Gracia Man? Round Frog, thank you so much for the follow. Oh my gosh, Techbug, thank you so much for the sub there. That's so nice. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, okay. Fort Bluff is your group channel. What about Gracia Man? I saw you were... Raid Incorporated. Raid Inc. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for instigating the raid. Raid Incorporated. He's your IRL friend. Okay, got you. Got you. Yes. He's one of my IRL friends too. We've been texting all week long about Bravely Default 2. It's been a lot of fun. Okay, this is a really sad intro, guys. You're aware, hence the raid. Oh, nice. Okay, okay. Okay. I guys, this is when the story gets really heavy, and we're introduced to one of my favorite characters. Alone Combat, thank you so much for the follow. We're introduced to one of my favorite characters in this series, and actually the whole game. One of the most endearing characters. Hello? This is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. Maya or Miles? Oh, Maya Fey. Maya Fey. Maya? Is it Maya or Maya? Always said Maya, but maybe it's Maya. Maya Fey? I don't know. How do they pronounce it in the anime? I've never really watched the anime, so that would probably tell me. I'm gonna look it up so I say it correctly. Maya. So it is Maya. Okay. That's good. Yes, Mia and Maya. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner, something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Oh, right, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Okay, here's the funny thing, is that in the localization, the original localization, they tried to set this game series in LA, but it's really obvious it takes place in Japan. But, you know, whatever. And I think in the original, Maya's obsessed with ramen, not burgers, but they wanted to make it more American, so they made her obsession be burgers or something. She's always talking about burgers. It's cute. The medium sister is Maya, the one you see the whole series. Yeah, Maya. So many similar names. Yeah, Mia, and Maya. And then one of my favorites doesn't show up until the next game. Pearl. I love Pearl Faye. So cute. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Oh, so the conversation. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Faye and Company Law Offices. So this is actually like a couple of months after that previous case. Okay, guys. This is when the story starts. Wait, when's your birthday? Oh, at 9:27? That's your birth time? You were born at 9:27? Like the call time. Oh, really? Whoa. Or is that your birth date? Is their call time? I need to get a drink of water. Oh, is it really hot where you're at, Fawaz? Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? You're not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Ho ho. My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. You mean axe too, of course. You need to turn on your axe and your AC. Whenever I was like laying in bed in the dark when I was younger and playing on my DS this game, and when this music started, it always gave me like a little chill. Like this like and I was always like, what's gonna happen? Oh no, Mia, no! Oh my goodness. Red, white, blue. Second time in a row that someone's been killed with a thinker statue. 70 degrees Celsius, Fawaz? Or Fahrenheit? 70 degrees Celsius? No Fahrenheit. Okay. Okay. I can handle that. I can handle that. 70 degrees. It gets in the hundreds here in my apartment in the summertime, and that's well, cannot do not want. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood. Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Oh, we can examine the crime scene now. Woo! Wait till July when it becomes 50. No! I do not begrudge you that. Move into the office. That smell. Blood. Oh no, this is so sad. This. One's there. Chief! 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 Snake? Snake! Snake! Oh, okay. Who are you? Oh, passed out. The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, began to fade. Till finally she was cold. Oh, you said snake at the same time. It's a cool meme. Chief. Take a look.
It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon, again. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court record. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Wait, I don't want to progress the story just yet. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place.
Anything else?
It's painful to look, but I have to for Mia's sake. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon. She probably died instantly.
Yeah, she is posing. If you're gonna die or be killed, hopefully you look as cool. Kind of a morbid thought. Kind of a morbid game.
A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya, did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police. Find out what that girl was doing here.
Oh, I can move. Okay.
The Fay and Company ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines, but all she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings.
What else am I looking for?
Right! I'd better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What was that?
Maya going to be framed?
We'll wait and see. Someone screaming from outside the window.
Oh yes, Kevin. Are you still watching? Remember? I forgot. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. There's a large building right across the. Okay, yeah.
The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I'd better not use it. That girl now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me.
Ah, yipes!
Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Fay. Maya. Fay? Yeah. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? Came in. The room was dark.
And sis, she was already dead. So you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. Said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes. It was that clock. It was the thinker. About the thinker. The thinker. That was... Oh, sis. Probably shouldn't have asked her about the murder weapon. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police! Maya did it. I think she did. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, Kay? Great. Just great. Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have... Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. Eek. This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed! You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am! What? Case closed! Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. What a dick. Literally. Gumshoe. Dick Gumshoe. Detective at the local precinct, in charge of the initial investigation. He's only 17 years old. 17 years young. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. She's so sad. She looks so pathetic. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. This is the infamous first meeting of Maya Fey and Phoenix Wright. You look so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Sorry, not a chance. I don't defend murderers who kill their sisters. What should I say to her? Alright. Chat vote. What should I say? Sorry, not a chance, murderer. Bye. I just came to say I hate your stinking guts, Maya Fey, for killing Mia Fey. How dare you? Especially psychic murderers. Demon! Okay, y'all who are still waiting in the chat. The supernatural stuff begins from here on out. They have some pretty interesting, tricky murder mysteries involving supernatural elements in this game. Surprisingly, you hardly think about it, but then there's some cases later on where they're like literally just in front of the entire court trying people based on supernatural phenomenon. I'll solve them because I'm smart. Yes, you are. If I was, I want to say, of course I will. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. Really? Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it? No. No one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office. You looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Flashback. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So he crashed and burned. He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. You literally stopped Layton for a bit because it got stuck. Ooh. Yeah, some of those puzzles were tough, Professor Layton. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I just can't sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Girl, why are you wearing that? I'm gonna start a short stream of illegal. Thank you so much, Jove. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by and for the bits. Always a pleasure. What you playing tonight? What's with that outfit? Pokemon Soul Silver? Soul Silver and Heart Gold are my favorite Pokemon games. I had so much fun playing those games. Oh man, I want to go play those games again. They're so good. So good. Winsies. Okay, so I bought this one. I pre-ordered this when I was living in Japan, and I actually went and picked it up at the Pokemon Center in Hakata, Fukuoka. And I remember I went to a Starbucks afterwards and just like opened it up and sat in the corner of the Starbucks and played it. It was nice. It was a good memory. And then I went to Akihabara a couple of years later, or the next year, and bought this at an import store. An import store, because I couldn't get it. I mean, I was living in Japan, so I got a US import at a video game import store in Akihabara. It was that was a really fun memory. But I love these games. They're so good. I played Heart Gold in Japanese, then I played Soul Silver in English. And I'd like to play through them again. I wish I could live stream from my 3DS. There would be so many cool games I would play through on my 3DS on stream. And so many people wish they were as cool as me, Joe, but you know, some people don't buy Japanese versions of Pokemon games. I think I've got like... Yeah. Anyway. This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. Bailing out Maya. I know, we gotta bail Maya out of jail. Not the first time. I'm just kidding. And it certainly won't be the last. Actually, I think literally won't be the last. I'm a spirit medium in training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Sorry, Joe. Sorry. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes. That clock shaped like the Thinker. One Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. Because she's not really good with technology because of where she's from in Karain Village. I love the whole setup of how they went about localizing Maya's story. She's from this... I'll just let everyone find out. But she's not good with technology. Kind of a country bumpkin. Versus... Wait, I thought this was in California. But I know, you're right, it is in California, Kev. It is in California. She's from a, like a commune for spirit mediums. Like out, you know, like in the hippy dippy hills. Or like, you know, just north of LA. Yeah, it is clearly in California. You're not wrong. And it was always meant to take place in California. Like all the other spirit, you know, acolytes dressed just like Maya Fey in LA. So you're an acolyte, or medium in training. That's right. The Fey family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fey family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course! She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too. Like, north of LA really is Chinatown. Psychic Central, they say. I had no idea. Wait. What? So, you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit, then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. It's like I have ESPN or something. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh. I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? Hmm? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much! I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10 o'clock. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow? I mean, tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Want to present this? This was lying next to the chief's body. I saw that too. They said they thought these were pieces of a broken light stand. Yeah, that seems about right. Though I'd never heard of a glass light stand before this. I wanted to ask you about the murder weapon. Poor sis. Better not ask her about this now. Remember that receipt? You mean the one with my name on it? Any idea why she... Absolutely none. Do you trust me? I don't trust you. Should we tell Maya that I don't trust you? Oh my goodness. I'll say I trust you. I trust you. I trust you. Why? Don't you think I did it too? No, I don't. It's just a hunch, but that detective thinks I did it. Wanted to ask you about your cell phone. That detective took it when they brought me in. So, Gumshoe took it. I'll have to try to get it back next time I see him. Sorry, I've never seen that before. I always like to examine what the soldier... This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. Smile for the camera. I think the evidence is the receipt. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later.
That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically given me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were Detective Suede Shoes, Detective Gumtree. Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. The other police officer. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick. Whew. Thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. On that note, I think I'm going to end the stream now. Let's see here. I'm going to save my game. I've been streaming for about 2 hours, and I want to kind of keep it short tonight. It's been a while since I've actually. So, I'm curious. How does one end a live stream? Do you normally just be like, okay, bye, and then shut off? Oh wait, I know. I'll raid Axonite. We're gonna send Axonite a raid. So how do I do this? My gosh, I totally forget how to raid. Oh, raid. Raid. Guys, thank you so much for joining this first part of my playthrough through Phoenix Wright. I'll continue it on next Tuesday night. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Flowers. Thank you so much, everyone else who's been hanging out with me tonight, and thank you for the raids I had earlier. It's been a lot of fun. So happy to be replaying through Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. It's my favorite games. So until then, y'all have a great bye.